Hey there guys, how you doing? It's great to have you here. I'm Dan Ashendorf, and today we're going to be looking at a really interesting product, and it's called WP Freshstart 5. Now, why do I have a picture of Disney on my screen? And that's because WP Freshstart 5 is a new plugin that's just about to be launched, and what it does is it basically creates the entire ecosystem that you need to have on WordPress. Now, this site here that you can see, the Walt Disney Company, believe it or not, is WordPress. Now, it looks really, really fancy, doesn't it? It's got some pretty stunning graphics, and it's got loads of small sort of things, the small print down here. So, is this really WordPress? Is the big Disney worth billions? Are they really using WordPress? So let me just show you a little hack that will enable you to see if a site is actually using WordPress or not, and also possibly you're able to see what sort of plugins they use if you wanted to use some of the tools that they use themselves. So what you do is you right click and you go to view page source, and then you do Control F and you do either WP or WordPress. So let's try WordPress, and you can see here that they're using Yoast, so you can see that they are using different plugins. And let's see if there's any more. Right, so that's the only one. So you can see that they're using a pretty sort of standard plugin which is called Yoast SEO, and that gives us sort of the indication that this website here is indeed a WordPress website. Now, what I wanted to show you today here, guys, is really sort of concentrate on the small print, because with all the different regulations and the GDPR and all the legislation that's coming out, we really want to be sure that we are complying with all that legislation. Otherwise, we could be getting ourselves into hot water. Of course, the other thing we want to be doing is we want to be monetizing the traffic that's coming onto the website, and we also want to be putting in some really nice content so that we get found. So that's basically what the plugin WP Freshstart does. Another website that I wanted to show you that you probably wouldn't have thought is WordPress is the lovely Ms. Katy Perry. So again, we'll go to the small prints, and you can see down here privacy policy. This has become more and more important with GDPR. But again, if I go right click and view page source and do a search on WordPress, as you can see, there is two of these here. Google Tag Manager for WordPress, and then if I do WP, I might get some other bits and bobs. Here you go. So katyperry.com, WP content themes. You can actually see the themes. Sometimes you can actually find out the themes on different websites and so on. So I'm going to close that down, and let's have a look at some of the small print. So privacy policy, for example, so there's a whole bunch of information that we need to populate. So who we are, contact, cookies, so all of these things are actually that we have to put them by law in order to keep out of trouble. So guys and girls, how do we do that? And that's what this new plugin does. So let me just close that down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick demo of this, and then I'm going to pass you over to Anchor, who is the product creator. He's going to do a more in-depth sort of overview, and then we're going to be looking at some cool bonuses. So I'm just going to really just kind of show you, just give you a flavor of what this does. I've actually installed WP Freshstart 5 Pro on my machine. It's a WordPress plugin. It's really, really simple to do, and I'm just going to give you a flavor of what it does, and then we'll be looking at my bonuses, and then we'll be going into it more in depth if you want to stick around and watch the rest. So what it does is it allows you to have content, the legal, GDPR, all the various plugins, security, SEO, branding, social, monetize with different links, others, insta reset, and help. So all of that. So rather than have to one by one install all of these on a WordPress website, it just literally, let me just show you how easy it is. If we go to legal, for example, so you go to legal pages, so you can just literally tick the box, and then it's going to be generating all of that for you at a press of a button. Then you got cookie, consent, and then once you tick that box, it sort of opens up different areas that are going to be filled in, and you got privacy, policy generator, terms, conditions, and so on. So it just literally takes away of all the kind of boring grey stuff that we don't want to be doing ourselves. Right, guys, so that's what this is, and let's just quickly jump onto my bonuses, because I've got some really, really cool bonuses, and then we'll go back. I'll do a slightly more in-depth. I'll pass you over to Anchor. We'll be looking at the funnel, and then we'll finish the review, and hopefully you'll have everything you need in order to decide if this is the right thing for you. So let me make this big, and we're going to be starting with exclusive discounts. This is just for my just for people who buy through my link. You can see the link just below. That's something that you're not going to get anywhere else. There's no coupons, and even if there were coupons, my discounts are beyond the coupons. So that's your bonus number one. And by the way, that's across the funnel, and you need to write to me at Data Traffic Generation Secrets to know what they are, because I always tailor it depending on what the funnel is. And then what we're going to be what the bonus number two is I show you the best blog content for WP Freshstart 5. So you need to have some really, really killer content for people to want to go ahead and purchase, and also to be attracting the best sort of traffic, the buyer traffic. So this is a tutorial that I created just for this specific product. And then we've got a traffic generation software, because it's not just good to have content, but we need to be driving traffic from outside the blog onto the blog. So I've got an auto poster to 33 different social networks. So you just imagine how, you know, this is like traffic generation on steroids for this specific software. And then I'm going to show you a really, really cool hack, which is profiting from hot trends. So everyone knows that hot trends, hot niches is the way forward, but I'm going to show you how to find them, and also how to really hit them at the right time, because a lot of them are cyclical in time. So I'm going to show you how to find them and how to hit them just exactly the right day. So really, really interesting stuff, guys. You want to be you want to be staying tuned to that one. And then I'm going to be, so this is ideal. This is a gig that's absolutely ideal for Fiverr and Upwork, because people need to have their WordPress set up for them, and they don't want to do it themselves. So we can charge $30 to $50. In fact, why don't we take a quick breather, and let me just show you how much people charge for that, and then I'll come back to this. Hey guys, so as you can see, this is Fiverr, and I just did a search on WordPress setup, and there is quite a few gigs. So you can see that people just need to have their WordPress setup. So I'm going to teach you how to win those gigs, and so you see, I mean, this is exactly what it is that we're going to be doing here. So installing WordPress, set up WordPress, and plugins. So you'll see in just a moment that we have got a list of plugins that we can set up literally at a push of a button. So some of these are more expensive than others, but it's just a good way to get some gigs, get some money, and it doesn't really cost as much. And the other thing you'll find is that you get paid for the extras as well. So even though they start low, they oftentimes have extras, which is where the real money is. So let's see, maybe not this one, but oftentimes if you do it faster than the basic gig, then that enables you to charge more money. You'll see that as you scroll through Fiverr. So just wondering if this one here has it. Here we go. So see here, this one here has got it's got a gold, it's got premium, it's got standard, it's got basic. So different sort of packages. Here you go. All right, so just something to think about, and so that's what you get. That's the bonus that I give you. I just show you how to win those gigs if you want to start going with Fiverr. The other thing I wanted to show you here, guys, I've got other bonuses which are courtesy of the product creator. Here we go. So we spoke about the discounts, but then we've also got something called, these are all bonuses you could be getting through my link, and WP Checkout Maximizer, WP Left Behind, so that pulls traffic that's left the site back to the site, so that's really good for list building and cart abandonment. WPIM Marketing Graphics, Feedback Pro, your visitors' feedback is key to your success. WP excuse me, Sales Robot, and here you have a whole bunch of other bonuses which I didn't actually put the graphics to because there's just so many of them, so just have a quick look at all of these here. Loads and loads of value. And that's it. So loads and loads of value, guys. And why don't we, I'm going to pass you over to Anchor now, and so stick with me, and then we'll be right back, and I'll sort of show you a bit more in depth, and then we'll look at the funnel.
So let me show you a quick demo of what's inside WP Freshstart 5. Now in the new version, we've added GDPR settings that actually make your sites compatible with GDPR, and we've also made monetization options in this plugin, which makes your site make money on complete autopilot. Also, we've added a lot more smaller features that actually make this a must-have plugin to create your sites using WordPress. Now you can see two options here. That's the quick settings and the advanced settings option. Now the advanced settings lets you quite deeper, but let's first go into the quick settings option here. Now here you can see a list of 7 steps, and all these 7 steps let you quickly set up your sites. So you start with the content settings, enter your site title, tagline, you can erase all the posts and pages, you can create content pages like about us, contact us, HTML sitemaps, create blank pages if you want, create posts, sample content, create categories, tags, delete all comments, stop comment spam, do all the comment settings, and also you can do legal settings that are basically about privacy policy, terms of use, cookie policy, and we have a separate section for that in the legal area. And next you can go into the GDPR settings and then actually have some quick GDPR settings like cookie consent, EU traffic settings, add checkbox to contact forms, and also force TNC acceptance. We also have a detailed GDPR settings page which has a lot more features to completely cover you with GDPR. And next you can also install multiple plugins at the same time and add a bunch of plugins at the same time if you want to quickly install plugins. Next, we have a bunch of security settings we have added, like forcing HTTPS on the front end, forcing HTTPS in admin, disable right click, and all those things. SEO settings like changing your permalinks, creating XMLs, and also some other settings like adding your Google Analytics code and also your Facebook pixel code and Google Webmaster. Now this basically completely sets up your site in just a few seconds, and this is the quick settings option. We can also go into the advanced settings, and you have all these options one by one that you can dive in and then configure each one in detail if you want. Now we've made a massive amount of updates in the legal part of this plugin, which means now you can actually create more legal pages like privacy policies, terms of use, and all these amazing pages that are required for your site. You can also show a cookie warning according to the new EU laws and basically add any text you want and only show this to the cookie visitors, to the EU visitors basically if you want. Also, we have added an amazing privacy policy generator. Now, we have not seen any other plugin have this, but you can actually create your own privacy policy based on your information and then enter the information you have about your company or your business or yourself, and then actually just fill out a few simple fields and it will create a customized privacy policy and according to your own site. Just keep adding the information that you need and you will be able to instantly generate a privacy policy that applies to your site. And at the end of this, you will be able to generate a privacy policy that you will be able to preview and also edit if you want. You can also append this to an existing page and save it there, or you can actually create a new page out of it. So this is how it actually comes out, and you can see if you want to edit this, it's a page on your site, and you can completely change this if you want. Also, you can do the same thing for terms and conditions as well as the cookie policy. So just fill out the information and basically select some boxes, and you will be able to create your own cookie policy and create a GDPR compliant cookie policy in just a few steps. All right, we have a lot more options for the GDPR, and you can actually configure all of those to be compatible with GDPR and be compliant. It also shows a cookie consent warning and then logs all the cookie consents in your site itself. So you have complete history, and also you can create data breach notifications and data access requests, data rectification requests, and also basically block visitors from different places if you want. And you can also add checkboxes to comment forms and contact forms so that you have all those as are completely GDPR compliant as well. All right, so these are some amazing features we have added to make your sites GDPR compliant. Now, as you can see, this plugin basically covers everything you need to be GDPR compliant, and that's why you need to use this plugin every time you set up your sites. Now, with the monetization part, we've added inline links. So automatic inline links can be linked to affiliate offers, and they can be part of any of your content pages or posts, and they'll automatically link to an affiliate offer of your choice. We also have the Amazon option to make money. Just add your Amazon key and add your Amazon affiliate ID, and you will be able to automatically show Amazon ads based on the content of your pages and the category you have chosen. And we have a lot more options on how many ads you want to show, images, prices, what text you want to add before or after the text, after the ads, and also where you want to show these ads, whether they should be at the end of the post or the beginning of the post. And once you save these Amazon ads for specific products and categories will automatically show on your site. Let me just quickly show you how that looks. So when you go in and see this for a page, you will see that how it looks. So now you can see these ads are appearing at the end of the post, and these are easy to click, and you will be able to instantly get results and start making money from your sites, no matter what kind of site you have and no matter what kind of content you have. Amazon has a lot of products, and you will be able to make money. And that's why WP Freshstart 5 is a must-have plugin for your site, and you will have all these amazing settings inside this plugin to set up your site in a great way, in a very, very easy way.
Hey there guys, hopefully you found this of interest. And so as you've seen from Anchor's presentation, this is a really simple way to sort of pretty much establish your WordPress in its entirety. So we have the content, so post pages, so you can basically just set up the entire WordPress. There's just so much here, guys. I mean, this could take me hours to go through, but each of these just opens up more and more options. It's a really in-depth little plugin, really, really nice. And rather than have to, I mean, WordPress can be intuitive, but if you're starting out or you're selling services to people who are starting out, then this just makes it so much easier. And then we've had a look at the legal before, didn't we? So we saw that. So this is how you set up the entire legal side of the WordPress website, and then you got GDPR. And again, what's really good here is that it actually makes a note of what people have agreed to, by way of have they agreed to have their cookies stored, and have they agreed to the privacy policy and terms and conditions and all that. So really, really cool stuff. I mean, this really gets you on a strong footing regarding GDPR. You got the plugins. So we've seen Yoast on the Disney website. So literally just tick the box and then you install the plugin. And you got some premium plugins that you can download and then just install them here. And then you have security. All of this again, guys, I'm not going to go into all of these, but you can see HTTPS, hacker protection, backup. So it's absolutely amazing. And then you have SEO. So you got general and local business SEO, which is really, really good to sell as a service. really, really good. What I like here is the fact that it's got a checklist of things that I wouldn't even thought about. So enable SEO metadata business information. I mean, I would have known this was a requirement. So that's good. Branding. It's how you brand yourself there, guys, with your logo and other stuff. Okay, left footer text, right footer text, and then you have social and the monetize one. I'll show you that in just a moment. So social sharing. So that's all the buttons that you want to be sharing your content with. I mean, that's pretty basic stuff. You want to be doing that. Now, here, the monetize, I'm not actually going to go into them because it's got all the sensitive information. It's got the key numbers and everything for Amazon, ClickBank, and eBay, but it basically integrates with them, so you can put the links in graphical format. It's like ads, and they go on the blog. So really, really cool stuff. And others, database cleanup, footer header code, visual options. Yeah, really, really nice stuff. I mean, some of this is a bit more technical than I would actually understand. I don't know what minified JS code is, and gzip HTML. Not really sure about this, but it's really easy to Google, and if it's required, then this is the place to do it. So absolutely loving this. Right, so without further ado, let's have a look at the funnel. So you're going to have an early bird price for a couple of hours, $17, and then jumps on to $19 after 2 p.m. Stays for $19.95 for the rest of day one. Day two is price jumps to $24 with a coupon code. Day 3 to 5, price moves to 25 to 20, from 25 to $29.95, and then the final price will be $29.95 at the end of the launch. And let's have a look at the funnel. So I'm going to close that down, and this is your OTO 1. So this is Pro, and I believe that goes for $37. So you can see here what it does, guys. There's no point in me reading it all, but you can see what this does. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of additions, and 35 and 37. And then we have the OTO 2, which I also believe goes for 37. It's going to show 25 on this page. I believe it's 37 though. So this is Booster. So that's a ranking software. So you just boost the URL so it pings it everywhere. We'll go on over alert over 1,000 top ranking sites about your news site, getting you noticed by them in Google, Yahoo, Bing, all the top search engines. So really good for rankings, eh? Alright, so that's what you have for... Well, actually, let's assume that's the price here. So 25 up to 10, or unlimited for 30 bucks. And then you have OTO 3, which is the content populator. So when you have content, that's when you get some traffic because you get found by the search engines, and then you can boost it as well, of course. That's WP Auto content. So we've seen that. That was a launch a couple of months back. It's done well. So you get that as an OTO, and that just creates almost like a limited amount of WordPress blogs for you with content that's targeted to whichever niche you go for. And I believe that, so you got automatic content spinning. I mean, this is really cool. So you have that for $27 it says, and 20, well, both of them 27. I thought it was 37, but I could be wrong. I actually think it's 37 because this is an early bird, so I think it's going to be 37 this one. Alright guys, so hopefully you found this informative. You've seen everything there is to see. You've seen the funnel, my bonuses, how this works, and I hope you're going to take the plunge. I look forward to seeing you on the inside, guys. Just write to me for your discounts, and speak to you at the next one. All the best. Ciao. Bye bye.